Residential sales comparison and income approaches, page 34. Of course, an appraiser will usually sketch the floor plan of the subject property and sometimes the site itself with the positioning of the various improvements. For most appraisals, a series of photographs illustrating the street views of one or more exterior sides of the subject dwelling, miscellaneous site improvements, and in some assignments, interior photographs may be included. USPAP does not require any of these items, but rather their inclusion is determined by the scope of work in the assignment. These items are an example of client requirements that might be specified by the client at the time of the assignment. As a practical note, even if photographs, an interior sketch, etc. are not an assignment condition, it may be advisable for appraisers to consider their inclusion in the work file. The sketch will assist in supporting the appraiser's conclusion regarding functional utility when a building has adequate design and features to be used as intended. That's highlighted. While interior and exterior photographs may assist in supporting the opinions and conclusions regarding the property condition, quality, special features, etc., interior photographs are strongly recommended, even when not required by regulation and agreement, to evidence the physical state of the property on the effective date of the appraisal or assignment. Photographs can help protect the appraiser if questions arise regarding features, especially in foreclosure and REO properties. There are many other types of information that the appraiser might investigate that could be helpful or important to have knowledge of. A series of photographs illustrating the street views of one or more exterior sides of the subject dwelling, miscellaneous site improvements, and in some assignments, interior photographs may be included in an appraisal as a result of assignment conditions. However, USPAP does not require any of these items. Even if not required by assignment conditions, interior photographs are strongly recommended because they help to support the physical state of the property at the time of the inspection assignment. Site sketch. This site sketch indicates the primary dwelling, the barn, the pond, and the driveway. Notice that it also illustrates the location of the driveway easement running through this property to access the property next door. It shows US Route 35. It shows the driveway up to the subject house. It shows the little outbuildings on the outside of it. Shows the pond within the plot. And it shows the access easement to old farmhouse on parcel number 5-5-19. Site sketch. We should actually talk about that. It's pretty good. Here's the floor plan sketch, which you know all too well. In the above example, the house has 1,200 square feet, 5 rooms, 3 bedrooms, and 1.5 baths. The 1-car garage and the screen porch are not counted in the gross living area. The laundry room is considered a utility area and is not included in the room count. Page 35. Here are some questions an appraiser might ask of the property owner or representative, depending on the circumstance. Have there been any recent improvements, additions, or alterations made to the property? Were building permits obtained for any work performed? And was the work performed by licensed contractors and in compliance with any building or, in some cases, zoning codes? Has the property been rezoned or had a variance granted? Is the property currently or has been in the past offered for sale, and if so, at what price? Review of other specific data for the subject property. In addition to the specific data gathered during the inspection of the subject property, the appraiser will gather and analyze documents, maps, and other data obtained from other sources in order to identify the subject property. Most of these items are discussed in greater length within other courses, but we will review some of them here. Depending on the particular property, the following types of data might be included. Deed. A deed is an instrument that conveys the grantor's interest in real property. The deed to the subject property is an important document for the appraiser to review in the course of identifying the subject property. The deed will note or refer to any restrictive conditions or covenants and possibly other information that will assist the appraiser, such as whether or not the property is part of a subdivision, easements that affect the subject property, etc. Auditors/assessors property tax record. The auditors/assessors property record provides a great deal of information that is helpful to the appraiser. Property records vary broadly from area to area, but most include the legal description, the sales history and sale prices, building size, tax information, subdivision plat map. Subdivision plat maps are filled in public records and best illustrate the characteristics of a platted lot described by lot and block description. The map will illustrate the lot boundaries, dimensions, shape, easements, and building lines. Extra note: apparent easement, gas meter where it shouldn't be. So look for, if you see a gas meter where it normally shouldn't be, is a apparent easement. It's a sign of an apparent easement. Here is a picture of a subdivision plat map. And it says these dotted lines indicate the setback line for each lot. It has a dotted line around the cul-de-sac, so I'm guessing that's sort of like the sidewalks are probably. And then within phase 1, there are individually marked lots. Each lot has labeled dimensions, the lot's frontage and depth. Okay. Subdivision plat map. Here we see a typical subdivision plat that is put on record when the subdivision is dedicated. This particular map represents one phase in a subdivision. Notice the dimensions of each numbered lot are on the plat, as are the building setback boundaries, utility easements, etc. For a lot and block description, the appraiser may need to refer to a subdivision plat map.